What's happening, guys? It's the Mercenary. Welcome back to a long time no see video. I'd say it's been a good minute, but at this point I think that's a huge understatement at this point, given the fact that it's been like how many months. But nonetheless, it's been a long needed break. So to get some disclosure of the background gameplay you guys are about to see, I'm including a bunch, so I may or may not catalog this because there's like this and like 2 other games I've got in mind, just depending on how long I ramble on for, which tends to get a little bit out of hand. But luckily I jotted my ideas down for what I'm going to be talking about today, so hopefully I won't get too off track. This is completely freestyled, not scripted, not edited in any way, so I'm just kind of speaking and spitting from the top of my mind. So bear with me, shall we? So to get the kind of the big question out of the way, or I should say the elephant in the room, and that is where I've been and what I've been up to. Well, where I've been is behind my desk working, doing projects and stuff that's not YouTube related. I haven't even thought about coming back. There's no ideas that I can think of that has made me want to come back. Not that I've put doing YouTube behind me, because I've honestly accomplished so much here on my own and with the help and assistance of others that it would be just a shame if I just toss this away, you know? Like, it's got so much meaning and value, and that if I do come back, at least I still have the platform to do it on. So in my last update video, I addressed that I'd be trying to learn how to do 3D model animation so I can make my own stuff like characters and stuff. But whew, you know that feeling when you bite off more than you can chew? Well, that was a huge thing for me. I mean, there's like a lot of YouTube videos out there that show you how to do certain things, but there's a limitation to my learning that still cripples to me to this day that I discovered, and it's my disability called ADHD, which, if you guys don't know, it is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And how it affects me is I try to learn things on the move, like on the go. So this program, for instance, my editing program, if there's something, there's like an element to it I want to learn, like how do I slow it down, I'll look up a video of how to slow a video down. Bam, I already learned that. That was like maybe a 3 to 5 minute video. Okay, cool. So keeping that in mind, that's kind of like what I'm doing with 3D model animation, except for it's not wise to skip through parts that you think you should know, because the fundamentals and the techniques behind it are just as important than the action of making the characters move and stuff. And being that my attention span is very short, I try to skim through parts that I find the most interesting, and I try to make that what I want to know instead of knowing what it took to get to that point, rather than just skip to that part and be like, how did he do that again? And that's kind of the huge life obstacle and barrier that I face to this day, even when I first got diagnosed. But suffice to say, I put that away for a later on time if I ever feel I'm more ambitious to learn it, but I kind of just put it in my rearview mirror for now, because there's just so much to learn, especially with using Blender. I'm trying to, or was interested in learning Source Filmmaker, being that there's actually more videos on that because of how you know, how old it is and stuff, and that even the stuff that I want to create can still be possible through that program. I just gotta know how to use the skeletons and stuff to animate them and articulate them and stuff. But again, it's still a lot to learn, and I have to want to learn it. And the fact that I'm not really in a learning atmosphere with anyone or anything, it makes doing it at home really a challenge because of all the distractions and everything around me that calls to my attention on a moment's notice. Yeah, it's something I'd rather be in a classroom setting for. So while I put chasing that behind me for now, until my interest spikes up again, I've gotten myself into another interesting hobby which I've been at it for quite a while now. And by this I'm talking about droning. My experience with droning has been in brush motor, micro drones and stuff, but I've recently acquired myself a DJI Mavic Mini for my birthday, and playing with this drone has pretty much taken me away from all sense of what am I going to do for YouTube, and just learn to enjoy and embrace the moment before me, and that is the awesome video quality and photos that I'm able to take with this thing, despite the lacking of all the features that you'd otherwise get from a more professional drone that's twice its size. Being where I live, it's a strong thing to take into consideration, as well as anybody who lives in the US as well. And by this I mean the FAA and the need for a pilot license for a particular and specific use. So yeah, with that said in mind, it's all about trying to find the right places. More seclusion, the better. Fly early in the morning or fly late at night, or at least not too much after sundown, and get the clips that you want, and then basically bring it in. And hopefully, if someone's there, they're going to be interested in drones enough to ask you what, what the drone's about, what you know about it and stuff. So that way you can educate them based upon what they hear and watch in the media about how bad drones can be and stuff. Alright, moving on. That's going to have a huge inconclusive ending to it, I suspect. But I may actually hint at what I might be doing on my Third Spirit channel, so you guys can get an idea and then head on over to there. But I'll make that on its own time. What to expect in the future is another top clips video, because I have some clips from old that I've featured on Reddit, and the ones that I expect to at least take off ended up blowing up in my face in a good way. So I'm going to give that some more exposure here soon and get that underway. As far as for any other content, and for the one various viewer that might wonder if I'm doing any future Call of Duty content, I do have a few highlights, if you will. They're not anything big or anything spectacular, but I did manage to get around to playing Call of Duty 2019. But as of recent, my rights of playing it have been kind of revoked because I've been game sharing it, because I've not paid for a single Call of Duty ever since 2015. No regrets. And I just been interested in doing other things rather than playing Call of Duty. And of course, me playing Call of Duty 2019, I did not expect the community on that game to change one single bit. The first, actually no, it was actually the 5 matches out of many that I've got. There was a very interesting person who had unselective choice of words to say towards another, and towards an unfortunate event that happened in Minneapolis, which I'm not going to elaborate on. You'll probably know what happened there, but let's just say he was very vulgar towards it and imitated the person that it happened to, and I wasn't too pleased with that either. And I'm not going to promote that, because I'm not about promoting toxicity anymore, even though it was interesting back in the day, but I'm not going to make that the beta this time. So I'm not sure what the future of Call of Duty is on my channel. I'm not racing it out completely, but I will decide when that happens. Alright, so before I get too carried away on something that isn't written on my notepad, which isn't, but I'm going to address it anyway. Obviously, we both know about the whole COVID-19 thing that happened back in March, where everything started to get taken seriously. That's still much of a thing here, and it has been ever since it was back in March. Let me just reassure you that I am a-okay. I'm blessed and fortunate and thankful every second, every day of my life that I am still alive, still here, doing what I love, and minding my own business, and obviously respecting the social distancing rule. And, you know, just touch on wood that I haven't caught it yet. I can't be confident that I haven't, because obviously it's got this weird, odd 2-week incubation period where one starts beginning to know the symptoms. But since I did do my fair share of research, I haven't contracted any of the symptoms yet, so I'm very thankful for that. As for the others who aren't so fortunate, you have my condolences, and I hope everybody is maintaining their sanity, and that you guys are doing everything you can to, you know, exercise your time in the most meaningful manner possible without the means of being destructive about it. I know it's not easy for no one. This is obviously a very weird new norm, which obviously to some people it's like an NWO to some, which is a new world order, because of all the conspiracies going behind it. And I like to keep an open mind, but there's some things I think I know are too far-fetched, but I mean, to some people it's as real as between you and me. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I do apologize for how long it is, but just need to get off my mind. I've been meaning to address this for quite a while. It's just finding the right ways of putting it all together, and I think now is that time. And sometimes it just has to go as long as I'm able to express my opinion and thoughts in the situation at hand. So I will try and bring something by. I'm not going to force it. If it doesn't happen naturally, then it's not meant to be. I thank you guys so much for supporting me, even up until these inactive times. I know others are still on that inactive train, and I've gone to Twitch and streaming instead for the meantime. But again, I'm not like them. I have my own agenda schedule of when I feel like I want to come back, and I will do so when I feel comfortable. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you've made it this far, feel free to hit that like or dislike button to whichever you feel this video deserved, and feel free to hit that subscription button with the notification bell so you never miss out on a single video. So until next time, have yourselves a nice day. Peace.